Hi everyone, Future Rev here. Just kind of giving you guys a trigger warning. If you have weather anxiety, extreme weather anxiety, mention of destruction, looking at visible weather damage, this video ain't for you. So be cautious. We're going to talk about hurricane destruction in this video. Okay?
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
So it is Saturday, August 28th, and I'm just in my feelings right now. We are storm prepping for Hurricane Ida, and it's not looking too good right now for my area. So it's a mess. I have a to-do list. That's the baby. I have a to-do list a mile long, and we are prepping for what looks like a strong Category 4, possible 5 storm. So 16 years after the anniversary of Katrina, it's a mess. If you're new here, my name is Revelles. I'm a mommy, a wifey, and a 9th year teacher in Southeast Louisiana. And this is part of our normal routines with hurricanes, and it shouldn't be. Say hi, Cole. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. This is also baby's first hurricane outside the womb, and it is a mess. So I'm gonna get some stuff done today. Storm is projected to hit tomorrow night, early Monday morning. We are off of school as of right now for Monday, pending damage from the storm. Could be longer. Husband's off of work from the plant. His plant said it may be longer than a day. It just depends how much damage they get as well. So come with me as we storm prep and hunker down for this catastrophic hurricane. I say hi. Hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say see you soon. First on the to-do list, let's set the dishwasher. Wash some dishes. Let's go. See Bubba in the background. We had to take an important break. Yeah. Bubby right here had a major blowout. Clothes ruined, diaper done. Yeah. You want to tell the people what happened? He doesn't want to tell you guys what happened. So we are finishing up prep right now. Bubba. Yo, oh my god, no one tells you how much they really move once they start crawling. Come here. Oh. So we are taking a little break. Husband went get his oatmeal cereal from his mom's house. I just got word my brother has safely left the outskirts of New Orleans. He lives out there. He's evacuating east, and my sister, who lives along the coast of Louisiana, like the very coast, they went west. Her and her boyfriend went west. So my siblings are safely out of the cone of trajectory. We decided to stay here. We are close to Baton Rouge. We're gonna get outer bands, probably winds up to 100 miles an hour. But when the eyewall hits, because eyewall is projected to go pretty much over our area. Yeah, tell everyone. We're probably gonna be at a 2 at that point, which is still dangerous. Still bad, but I'm just very thankful that my sister and brother made it out. I've been really worried and crying about that the last day or two. My poor sister, I mean, I get it. 5 years ago, my husband and I lost everything in the flood of Louisiana. And I know that helplessness for her and her boyfriend, like packing up everything, knowing that there's a good chance you won't have a home to go to whenever you come back. So he's a mess. Look at this. Puppy, you don't want to smile for the people? Say, mommy bought me a new hat for football season, but it don't fit. It's a 24-month hat and it don't fit. You tell us all about it, big man. I'm going to get back to cleaning and prepping. Say hi. Yes, Dada. Good morning, friends. I'm coming back at you the next day. It's now Sunday, August 29th. It's like 7 a.m. in the morning. The storm is now a strong category 4 with gusts of winds up to 150. So we are about 5 hours away from landfall. And I would be lying to you if I said I wasn't scared. So let's talk. I was really emotional last night, so like I didn't record anything after we started cleaning. Look at my face mask is all either face mask or my child drool in my hair. Glamorous life, let me tell you. No, but let's talk. So my sister got out of her little bayou community, which is great. They are now in Texas safe. My brother got out of New Orleans and him and his girlfriend are now safe in Florida. And I'm happy that both of them are out. I kind of wish I would have left, but I wasn't going to leave without my husband. So we're going to ride it out. How this storm is organized so far, her eye wall is huge. And if you know anything about hurricanes, the eye wall is where the brunt of the storm is. The most extreme forces are within the eye wall. She shifted again. So the eye wall probably will pass over my area. So I'm a little scared. I'm 30 years old. I've been through storms. You know, my first major storm being Hurricane Andrew in the early 90s when I was a baby. I was probably about Colt's age actually I was probably a little older than Colt when Hurricane Andrew hit. I mean, I went through Katrina. I've been through them. I'm scared for this one, not gonna lie. So I told myself I wouldn't cry. All we can do is pray. I think I'm more upset for my sister who lives in a bayou community, which is just slightly to the west of Grand Isle, and will probably lose everything. I'm scared for my brother who lives on the outskirts of New Orleans. And his area was destroyed after Katrina. I'm scared that we're gonna feel stuck and we can't fix it. Because we're past the point of no return at this point. So all we can do is just hunker down and pray. And we're not even on the coast, so imagine what it feels like for my family, my friends who stayed. Because I'm from that area. And not everyone can leave. Our old childhood home, it probably won't be there anymore. My husband doesn't get it. He grew up in this area where they got storms, but like it wasn't like it was where I'm from, where you would evacuate and you didn't know if you was coming home to anything, or you wouldn't evacuate and you didn't know if you were gonna live. 16 years ago today, Katrina passed. And I'll never forget, I was 14 years old. And we didn't leave. We actually went further south in Revelles, Louisiana, past the floodgates. Because my family's philosophy was if we died together. we didn't have the means to evacuate. We weren't rich. And I just remember going to sleep the night that she made landfall and wondering, like, if I would wake up. I know people in Louisiana, we use humor a lot. So like you look online and we're posting jokes about, I say we, not me, not me. But Louisianans post jokes about the storm and how they're feeling, because at the end of the day, what else can you do? You know, I hope my students are safe. I really hope my family and friends are safe. So it's a little after 7 and we should probably, well, we have little winds right now. We're getting some outer bands, little light rain, but we're gonna start feeling the effects around 1 o'clock. So I had some last minute things I need to go get at the grocery store. They close at noon today. And then some last minute things I need to like make sure are in place so that when 1 o'clock rolls around, we're in it for the long haul. So let me stop crying. Let me get my day started. Crying won't change it. I just pray that everyone's safe. We just finished, you hear the dishwasher running in the background and you hear Colt playing. We just finished helping out my mother-in-law set up her generator at her house just in case she needs it. It is currently like 9-ish. Storm's projected to hit our area around 1. We are making one last final. Well, husband went to the grocery store, one last final stop before the storm. Places back home are already kind of underwater, so that's not fun. We're hunkering down though. It's getting to the critical hour, so I'll update you guys when I can. I'll show you guys some of the weather phenomenon, the winds when we get them, and we're just praying at this point. Bobby, you like the wind? You like the wind? It's some tropical rain. It is currently raining. Bubba, come here! Come here! Come here! How fast do you think the wind's going? Oh, that's a big gust. Winds are currently blowing real bad. Not the worst that we're gonna get today. Weather's just starting. This is what our current situation is looking like. You can't see the wind, but the wind's really picking up. It's been raining a lot. Kind of where we are put all our stuff to hunker down. I'm not gonna walk too far back to the backyard. The trees, you can kind of look at the trees if you can. The wind's picking up again. Sorry for the crooked view. I just got word that my sister's house is gone. And my godparents and my aunt who live down the bayou in Lafourche, Lower Lafourche Parish. Their street is totally devastated as well. I'm kind of at a loss of words. Like, I knew how bad the storm was, but like, you just always hope that things will get better. I'm currently watching trees in the background bend in ungodly ways that they shouldn't. That was another really bad gust of wind. I am trying to stay off of Facebook right now. Because I'm not from this area. I'm not from the Baton Rouge area. I live outside of Baton Rouge. I'm not from this area. I lived in Lower Lafourche my entire life. The home at Thibodeau area. And I have a lot of friends online, Facebook. All my friends from high school and college all live there still. And I can't watch their statuses where they're begging people to go rescue them. And 911 services are down back home. And phone lines are down, electricity's out. And the eye wall is currently passing over my childhood hometown. And I just know that my childhood home is probably not there anymore. So I'm trying my best to stay positive. We're gonna get the brunt of the storm around midnight-ish. What I'm worried about, as of an hour ago, the storm was not weakening, even though she had already hit land. Usually how a hurricane works, if you don't know the basics of a hurricane, they need that warm water to maintain their power, basically. But once they hit land, their power decreases, pressure tends to go back up, and the storm's weakened. But this storm's not weakening. It's still, as an hour ago, had Category 4 wind storms. My sister's area, where her house is destroyed, hit sustained winds of almost 140 miles an hour. I hear things cracking in the background. It's only a matter of time before our electricity goes out. And to show you a front view of the neighborhood, how the trees are whipping real bad. I don't know if you can see that. The wind is starting to get bad, but it's not. Oh, look, the power line is about to like go. We're gonna lose electricity soon. Water, more trees. See the pollen. Wind is getting real bad. And this is not even like close to what the worst is gonna be for us later today. I need to get myself back inside. Say hi, everyone. Say hi. I survived my first hurricane. Say hi. You gonna jump? You gonna jump? Yeah, you waving? Tell them all about the storm. See, it was scary. Flash through it. Yeah. Tell them. Morning after the storm. Trees are all down. This tree is really bad. Split in half. It's still raining. A lot of wind damage. We lucked out. Morning after the storm. It was bad, y'all. It was bad. I think I took some videos on my phone last night. We lost power around 8 p.m. So all you could hear is like the wind and stuff, and that was scary enough. My sister lost everything. Everything. My hometown is devastated. And so now we rebuild. We help those that are hurting, and we rebuild as a community. There are people in my district who lost their homes. And we didn't even get the brunt of the storm. It was still a strong Category 3 when it rolled in. It wasn't the worst. It could have been, like, for down home. My godparents lost their house. My old aunt's house that we went to for every storm because that was the safe house. Sustained damage, like bad damage. Flooding. Parts of like LaPlace and it flooded. Kramer flooded. I still can't get in touch with some of my friends. It's unreal. It's unreal. These are what hurricanes can do. What you doing, big man? What you doing? So we are 6 days post-hurricane. This is where the rebuilding process begins. We got our electricity back yesterday, but I have not really updated you guys since like the midst of the storm. Storms have a very big mental impact on people. I'm gonna kind of tell you my experience. Well, this video was my experience, you know. I made this video because I wanted to look back a year from now, 2 years from now, and see that like the worst storm in my life, I was able to get through it. So just to kind of go over some impacts of the storm. Yes, we're almost a week from the storm. Storm hit August 29th, 2021. 16 years to the day Katrina destroyed Louisiana. That's a day that like us people from Southeast Louisiana, the deep South, we don't really like that day. We know hurricane seasons are normal, but Katrina is one of those events in our lives where like you talk to people from here and they'll mention times either before Katrina or after Katrina. And Hurricane Ida is one of those events where like now from here on out, life will be either known as before Hurricane Ida, after Hurricane Ida. My hometown, my Bayou community, I'm from Raceland, Louisiana. It's in the middle of Lafourche Parish, along Bayou Lafourche. Literally could like walk out of my house, go across the street, well, across the highway to the little hamburger place, the Dairy Cool, and that was the Bayou right there. My hometown was destroyed. Not everybody experienced destruction, which that's beautiful in itself, but Lafourche and parts of Terrebonne, and then Lower Jefferson, which is Grand Isle, took a direct eye hit. Last second, the storm shifted east, which kind of sort of messed things up for inland, like the Orleans Parish areas, the Florida parishes, like where I live now in one of the Florida parishes. And we kind of took the remnants of it on. Hurricane Ida was a very slow-moving storm. From what I'm understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it took 16 hours to get from Grand Isle, Louisiana to like where like Pontchartrain is. Like that's a very slow-moving storm. And then she didn't weaken when she hit the shore, which is what a normal hurricane would do because they don't have the warm water to kind of build themselves on. My little hometown was ruined. So the house that I grew up in, my brother, my sister, and myself, we still own the house. My mom's passed away 9 years ago, almost 9 years ago. So we kind of inherited the house. That house kept us. That was like an extra place we could go if we needed somewhere. Like I lost my home, this home, in the flood of 2016, and my husband and I stayed at the Raceland house. You know, it's gone. It just needs, it's done. It's final. I don't know. It's one of those things where like you grew up. The house is over 100 years old, so you grew up hearing stories about how family members survived Betsy and Camille, and you had the Hurricane Juan of the 80s that brought flooding, and Hurricane Andrew, the early 90s, which was my first major hurricane. I mean, it survived Katrina, it survived Rita, and then one storm took it out. So, this is the part where people rebuild. People can say what they want about Louisiana. I know there are some characters that live in this state. I know there's some things about this state that I wish I could change, but it's home. It's home. And when your home is hurting, that hurts you. So now we go through the healing process. My sister did lose everything. I think the last time I talked to y'all, I told y'all that the house was spared and my sister's house was destroyed, but my brother's house was spared and the Raceland house was spared. The Raceland house was not spared. My aunt's house from Lower Lafourche, she lived down the bayou, destroyed, but she's passed away 7, 8 years ago as well. But that was the house everybody went to for storms. Like, that's where everybody went. Destroyed. My godmother, God, thank God. I mean, I feel bad. Her block, she lived down the same street. That street was like leveled almost, but her house still stands. So, I mean, it's one of those things where like, where do you go from here? So what I'm doing, me and my friends up here, we're collecting supplies and we're sending supplies down back home and helping people out and this and that. And I know a lot of my friends have asked me like, what can I do to help? I'm going to list some charities down below, but there are local charities that the money will directly affect the areas that have had mass destruction. I mean, Terrebonne, Lafourche, Assumption, St. Charles Parish, St. James, St. John the Baptist, parts of Orleans, people in Ascension, people in Livingston, people in Tangipahoa. I mean, there are direct charities that will help those places out, and there's so much more, y'all. Like, there was destruction in East Baton Rouge, and it's a very hurricane. The aftermaths are kind of confusing because like you just kind of think about like, what do I need to get done, all that good stuff. My family, we fared well. We lost a few shingles on the roof. I mean, what's monetary to replace a roof compared to people who no longer have homes, you know? So from this point out, I'll list charities. I know I have a friend back home, a sorority sister, who started a few months back a nonprofit called Bless Your Heart, and she's directly helping those in Lafourche and Terrebonne. Where do we go from here? As a teacher, my heart hurts for kids who no longer have homes. My sister's area in Lower Terrebonne, I mean, it looks like a war zone. My baby's sleeping in the back. School systems are destroyed. There's like, oh my God, like my friends who work in Terrebonne, Lafourche, and St. Charles Parish, like, I mean, their schools are destroyed. They're gonna need a lot of time to rebuild. So check out those charities and help out. I'm kind of rambling because I don't know what else to say. But thank you guys for kind of experiencing what I experienced. This isn't one of those cheerful setup classroom vlogs. This is real life. And as great as Louisiana is, we know the risk with hurricane seasons. And even though like parts were messed up, there's no place like home and we will rebuild. So help out your neighbors, love your people, and let's help make Louisiana strong again. Let's get our places back. Okay? I'll see you guys when I see you in the next one.